Okay, so I'm a huge sucker for South Korean movies and TV shows. It's harder for me to watch TV shows because some of them are long, they're like an hour episode. But every time Netflix has a new South Korean movie, I'm like, I can't skip it. I gotta watch it. Wall to Wall is the latest one, and my goodness, this proves probably get out of the city. Chase Lihaki here with the Blue Futon reviewing Wall to Wall. What's about pretty simple premise. Apparently, as you can tell, I'm not South Korean. I am not South Korean, but in Seoul, South Korea, a lot of people buy their apartments, and it's pretty pricey, in like $700,000 pricey, right? And buying an apartment kind of proves gravitas that you are making it somewhere. However, when the market crashes in South Korea, you don't know what to do, and you're thinking, do I sell, buy, sell, buy? But at the same time, there's so much noise in the apartments. Your people on your left, on your right, on up and down, and you're just wondering, did I make the right choice? But are you paranoid? Are you doing it? Or is someone trying to blackmail you? So, did I like this film? I did. It was tense, and I did not know where the movie was trying to go. Because yes, I lived in apartments. I'm in a townhome right now. I did have a house in Florida. Had to sell it because I moved for my job. And so finally when I get my forever home, my forever spot to live, I can't wait to get my own home. Will I buy a home again until then? Probably not, because the stress of selling a home. Anywho, so the stress of probably selling an apartment, I feel this guy's stress. I feel him trying to do it. But anyway, just having this different cultural aspect is absolutely fascinating. And it's probably not just, well, maybe it is, right? Because I don't know, if you live in New York or LA in the city, can you actually buy apartments, or is it mostly renting? I think in the States it's mostly just renting, but I could be completely wrong. I know there's like townhomes and penthouses you probably buy in like Las Vegas, but actually apartments, I know that's a little bit different than Seoul and here. And of course, when you look at America versus South Korea, landmass, so there is more space to actually build houses here. It's not saying that there's not houses in South Korea, there 100% are, but I think the whole not having a car, and that's why a lot of people live in cities, because everything is so close. While I could see that, where it's like I could just walk downstairs, go to the grocery store, and do this, I need space. I'm okay with driving 20 miles to work. I'm okay with being 15 minutes from a Walmart. I'm okay with driving 30 minutes to a movie theater. That's just me. I know a lot of people don't like that, and a lot of people refuse to change, but, and you're thinking, what is this about the movie? It's kind of the cultural aspect of this movie of living in cities, apartments, houses, and things like that. But I think this is acted extremely well, and like I said, it's tense. I had no idea where this movie was going, because his whole thing is he's going crazy, he's in debt, there's a crypto coin, is he going to be greedy? And my goodness, that greedy scene, I was like, I had to pause the movie of my anger in this person, of like, you're being too greedy, you're almost 700% up. I know you want the Liberation Day of 815% or whatever, but my goodness, at a point, you got to know when you're cut your losses or cut your winnings, right? And that's the problem with people in casinos, right? You're on the slot machine, you're on the roulette wheel, you're at the craps table, you're up 400, you're up 700, you're up 1200, and you're thinking, this can't stop. It's going to stop. You got to just cash out when you've done it. The most I've won on the roulette wheel is 3 Gs. That was amazing. Slot machines about 1200, but that was me bouncing around slot machines of me knowing, I got to stop. Of course, I was like last 200, but this is where it's like the greed aspect of this as well, like really made the movie freaking tense. The acting is really good. The twists and turns of this movie are pretty fascinating, of the culture of what people are willing to do for a story and what are the backstories between these people, and, this actual like fascinating culture. I've said culture like 17 million times, and I'm sorry about that, but it's true. It is a cultural thing about this movie and how people live this way. These aesthetics are fascinating. I like this outside view of them going up the stairs. I know it's like kind of a simplistic like miniature model thing, but I think it's fun that a lot of movies do this now. Sorry about this like burp yawn thing. Absolutely unprofessional. That's just gross of you. And the hammers. Hammers are about to swing left and right for these people. Are a lot of these people crazy in this movie? Abso-freaking-lutely. Is there some complete implausibilities in this movie? Absolutely. I mean, there are some implausibilities where you're like, okay, simmer down. There is no way that this could go this far. And of course, that could be the suspension of disbelief is where it goes. It goes somewhere and you're like, okay, that's a little bit weird and awkward. And there is some people's, you could say, motives that do feel far-fetched or out of reach where you're like, is that person really willing to go that far just for a little bit of like, you call it fame and fortune? So there were elements like that where like, okay, eye-rolling moments here and there, but it doesn't mean I was not entertained because I had to pause the movie to like, go to bed. And I knew there was 27 minutes left, but at that 27-minute mark, I'm like, oh, I'm curious of where this movie is going to go and what the actual point of this movie and the overall payoff. And I do think the payoff is pretty well handled because at a point, it's like not everything can be perfect. And there are some things that you're just going to be stuck in the rut. And you just got to survive, right? And make the right choices in life. And this is what it's also about, like, make the right choices. And it's hard to do sometimes, but do I make all the right choices in life? Probably not. So overall, wall to wall, it's a fascinating premise. It's tense. It's fun. It is all over the place also at the same time. I thought the 2 hours went by pretty dang quick. The humor, the dark humor is there. It's bonkers. And I think it's a good look at, home ownership and how probably in America, it's probably a lot easier. But to do that, just get out of the cities. Because, like, an apartment in New York is like $4,000 a month. Or you could live in West Virginia and get like a 30,000 square foot house for $300,000. So, yes, you might be like, but I don't want to live in West Virginia. Life is not all about wants. You got to make sacrifices. Man, this might be the weirdest review ever because I really didn't talk about the movie, but it looked good. It was acted well. Yes, sir, some of the motives were all over the place, but hey, I kind of had a good time with Wall to Wall. Wall to Wall will receive a 3.5 out of 5 Futons. It was at 70%. We'll see the critics and user scores gave this one. Critics, a 64 with 14 of them. Audience, a 64 with over 50 of them. No critic consensus. Crazy. 64s. That's rare to have a matching score in my 70. Chase Sock here at the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. One of things, Futontopia. You Blue Futonians. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. I don't care if you watch this today, tomorrow, week, from a month, a year from now. Every single freaking one of you. Peace and love. Peace and love. And do you live in an apartment, a house, a townhome, a tent under a bridge? Let me know.